Hello? Oh. When I say YM, you say CA.
YM. YM. YM.
When we say change, please say makers.
Change.
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 Now do as we do and say as we say. Lights. Camera. Action.
Thank you and welcome everyone to the YMCA of Greater Seattle's 35th annual Celebrating Community Changemaker fundraiser. I'm Michael Urbino and I'm one of the co-chairs.
My name is Allison Prince, and unfortunately, Sarah Gavin just learned she had a prolonged exposure to COVID. And although she's tested negative, she chose to exemplify the Y's commitment to healthy living and prioritized our audience's wellness today by staying home.
Well, thank you, Allison, for stepping in. And Sarah did, I texted her this morning and she's so sad she couldn't be here, but she did a tremendous amount of work to make this happen. So, and we wish her well. And I hope that Sarah's guests at table 3, wherever you are, I believe you're down there, table 3, and her friends will pass on along our well wishes to her. And thank you, Allison, for stepping in.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing the stage, Michael.
Okay. And I love that Kraken jersey, by the way. So, and before we get going, I want to take a brief moment to genuinely and deeply acknowledge the ancestral keepers of the land we gather on today. We thank them for their immense contributions to our state, our local history, our culture, our economy, and our identity as Washingtonians. So if we can, please give them a round of applause.
Thank you for recognizing and expressing our gratitude to all those who we share this space with. We do have a couple of announcements. First, we have a packed program, so do not wait. Please eat up. You should have some delicious food right in front of you. And second, on the table, you'll see some cards. We invite you to take a moment to share your thoughts and congratulations with today's honorees through these note cards, so that our honorees can look back and hear from your voices how much they have meant to all of the people in this room. Next, in case you missed it, one of our changemakers, Megan Rapino, wasn't able to join us today due to her busy sports schedule, something I think we can all understand. However, we will still get to hear a few special words from her.
And we definitely hope you'll make time and have a chance to stop by our inspiration stations. There I saw some autographed soccer balls. I have one in my home for my youngest daughter. She loves kicking around in our condo. And so please grab one of those, and we're definitely excited for you to be here.
Yes, y'all, I am excited.
Okay, can we just pause for a second? I just have to ask, is that an inaugural jersey for the Kraken?
You know it. I may have stopped by Todd Lywicki's table earlier, and he gave me a little souvenir.
Mm-hmm. Love it. And so can we give the Kraken a round of applause?
Woo!
And I don't know if that one looks kind of more my size, but I love it either way. And so do we have any other hockey fans in the crowd today? Do we have some Kraken fans?
Wow, nothing better than a little crowd participation. We encourage you to keep up that engagement. Keep that engagement going today by snapping pics and sharing them on your social media. You can see our hashtag YMCA Changemakers, and please tag us YMCA Seattle.
Okay, that's a great reminder, Allison. And speaking of memorable moments, we wouldn't be able to host any of this without our friends and community members, without incredible generosity. So if you can, check your screen really quick, and we want to call out specifically the Ballmer Group, the Casey Family Programs, the Schultz Family Foundation, Microsoft, and Primera for being the WISE Visionary Partners this year. Thank you so much.
We also want to acknowledge Delta Airlines, United Healthcare Community Plan, Amazon, Deloitte, Delta Dental, Print West, Don's Group Attire, and all of our amazing champion level and community partner table sponsors and hosts here with us today. Your generosity goes a long way in addressing community needs and changing lives, so thank you.
Okay. So we truly have a unique and fast-moving program for you today. In fact, I'm going to turn over the podium now to our immediate past board chair, a friend of mine, all-around great guy. A lot of you people know him, and if you don't, please, he's worth knowing. Frank Shaw.
Hello, Frank, and thanks again, Michael. Let's take a moment to recognize the leaders in this room who help all of us at the YMCA of Greater Seattle navigate the world with integrity, pride, and excellence. Will all volunteers who serve on YMCA boards please stand to be recognized? Thank you for giving your time throughout the year. You are truly our community champions and leaders.
Champions and leaders are really the right words, Allison, and this space is absolutely filled with them. And so thank you to all our distinguished guests for joining us today, including the Guy and Johnson families representing the Changemakers for whom our awards are nominated. Could you please stand or wave from your table so we could acknowledge you? That's AK, Charles, and Lizelle. Great. You've had an unforgettable impact on our community and shaped so many futures, and we really do honor you and your families today.
We also have some past award honorees and dignitaries in the audience. If you're here, please stand or wave. It is such an honor to be here with all of you in this beautiful. Thank you. It's such an honor to be here with all of you in this beautiful space. Frank, it's an honor to follow you as board chair. You've created a path forward to continue providing life-changing opportunities for youth, for young people, fostering justice for all, and creating safe and welcoming spaces throughout King County. And I can't think of a better way to kick this all off than here sharing the stage with you, so focused on our mission.
And I don't have a jersey, though. I can't help but notice I don't have a jersey. So Allison, the Y is so ready for you as board chair, the vision and the drive that you have. When I signed up as a board volunteer 12 years ago, I knew it was for the long haul. And I have been so inspired by my mentors, my friends at Microsoft, and so many of the amazing people that I've met through the Y to really embrace what it means to be a volunteer. You know, to raise your hand when needed most, to spark some needed motivation in others, and to always think about reaching out and asking, what else can I do?
So what you're saying is, Frank, the volunteers are the original changemakers.
I think that is a question that is best answered by the community.
What's a chain maker? I don't know what it is, though. I don't really know what it is. I'm not sure. Like somebody who's being kind. Be respectful. Someone that would help people or I don't know, cheer people up or yeah.
Somebody that to change the community, basically, change the community in a better way.
I think a change maker is somebody that helps to make a difference in the lives of the people that live inside their communities.
It's pretty simple, but just standing up for what's right.
A change maker is somebody that makes changes in the smallest of ways but has the biggest impacts.
Just putting your words to actions and kind of following through with what you believe is the right way.
Really practicing what you're preaching is how you become a change maker.
If I can make small changes around me and I can inspire the people around me to also make the world or make the space around us better and make the people around us better, that to me is true change and being a change maker.
The change makers to me are my teachers.
I would consider my grandma a change maker. She's been part of our local city council for my entire life, as well as the president of our town's community center and putting together fundraisers to help provide toiletries and things to those in our community in need.
Well, my mom She runs like a daycare. My dad, he runs he runs his own business. They found out ways to make other people's lives better with doing what they do.
I get to do what I love, I feel like, or at least part of what I love, working with kids, making a little difference.
I teach kids how to swim, so I can be helping kids that have never swum before, that are deeply afraid of water, and then by the end of the month or the next month they're swimming by themselves. They can swim a whole length of the pool. So I think that's what a change maker is.
So, as you saw, every single one of us brings something unique to our community. And we can all be change makers in sometimes big and in small ways.
I couldn't agree more, Frank. And with that, let's make some of Seattle's famous noise for our own change maker, our tireless, truly transformational leader, Gloria Yeadon.
Thank you so much, Allison and Frank. Good morning, everyone, or shall I say afternoon? Good afternoon, everybody. You can respond, it's okay. Good afternoon. Well, we're less than 10 minutes into the program, and you've already met 3 extraordinary volunteer leaders at the Y. Our volunteers are the heartbeat of our organization, and we are so grateful for them. I don't know about you, all of you, but I'm still grateful to be in person. It's good to see all of you, feel your energy, see your smiling faces. Today, I want to talk about something we all felt walking into this space. Something simple, something so valuable, something that is truly a gift of community. Connection. Did you know that we're living in a crisis of loneliness? That's right. People now more than ever feel more and more alone. And the data confirms it. In the US, we're now spending more time alone, an additional nearly 24 hours each month alone, to be exact, than we did just 20 years ago. That adds up, and it affects everyone. This is why the YMCA is here to bring people together, like we're doing right now. I could talk about all the big numerical wins from the last year at the Y, and there have been many. But I want to tell you about even bigger wins that will last a lifetime for us, for our youth, for our elders, and for our community. All thanks to community members who took the time to connect with each other. First, I'd like to share a little bit about Tyra. Tyra entered the Y Scholars Program with a little hesitation. She was a bit unsure. Yet, she found a safe place to ask questions. She found friends. She found opportunities. Y scholars like Tyra have also built a pathway for their peers and siblings to follow, like her sister, Nashay. Nashay, who you'll hear from a little bit later. Now, a little bit about my friend, Jason. Jason plays pickleball with me at the Bellevue Family Y almost every morning, and he hates to lose, especially to me. But one thing that Jason has said to me is that the Y saved his life, and that stuck with me. Jason has told his story of losing his sense of community after moving to Redmond in 2015, which significantly affected both his physical and spiritual health, until his wife, Jenny, pushed him to walk through the doors of the Bellevue Family Y. Here, he thought he might have an opportunity to play hoops. Instead, he found a new favorite sport and his new community, one that reaches well beyond the pickleball court into hikes, Christmas parties, fun, and most of all, connection. Stories like Tyra's and my friend Jason's go on and are endless at the YMCA. Each and every one of us has a different role and story to share. And they all remind us that we are not alone. And together, we can cure loneliness with the healing powers of kindness, caring, and connection. We are community. Community is what's bringing us all together and binds us for a better us. We are excited to have so many voices here today, and I would like to invite two special Y leaders to share a bit about our critical and fun youth programming. So I'm inviting Dr. Sonia Walker and Tina Vincent to join me on the stage. As they're coming, I just want to share a little bit about some of the things that we're doing. Soccer and all of our sports programs each go beyond teaching technical skills. And that's what you're going to hear more about from my colleagues. At the Y, we provide life skills that build youth up from cradle to career to contributing community members. Dr. Walker's and our aquatics team have been working on a huge initiative called Swim Seattle in collaboration with the Mayor's Office and Seattle Parks and Recs. Through this initiative, our collective goal is to teach all children in the greater Seattle area to learn to swim by age 10. Every single child. And that means no child left behind.
And we have a big win to share today. 250 students have signed up for swimming lessons with scholarships made possible by this initiative and the generosity of United Healthcare, Pool Corps, and Coordinated Care. This work, yes. This work is not new, but built upon many years of our community breaking generational cycles and barriers. And the YMCA has been at the forefront of this effort throughout King County by prioritizing opportunities for water safety training, swim lessons for all ages and abilities, and fostering a pipeline for new swim instructors and lifeguards. High school students who started out taking swimming lessons at the Y, like our very own Hannah Gerard, become the students who step up when they see a need. Hannah wanted to give back to her community, knowing that representation truly matters. She signed up to become a lifeguard and swim instructor to help teach the next generation. Ted, a retired teacher who frequents the Sammamish Community Y swim and pool, was more than willing to sign up as a lifeguard during this national shortage. Why? Because the YMCA had been there for him after a health scare, and he could see how people of all ages need the Y. The bottom line is drowning is preventable. We can ensure that our communities can safely enjoy over the 8,000 bodies of water throughout Washington. Together, we can save lives.
In addition to our Safe Around Water initiative, our youth sports programs give kids space to move, grow, and thrive. That's why we are so excited about our new collaboration with the U.S. Soccer Foundation and the opportunity to bring their Soccer for Success after-school program to the greater Seattle area and Ys nationwide. In fact, you may have all heard about a little competition called the World Cup? Maybe? Yeah, I thought so. Well, Seattle is a host city, and the YMCA of Greater Seattle is proudly joining the journey on the road to 2026. With our National U.S. Soccer Foundation collaboration, which started right here with Loria and the Seattle Y, we will positively impact the health and wellness of more than 1 million youth nationwide through soccer and mentorship. That's 1 million kids developing better physical, social, and emotional skills. That is more than a great goal. It is a huge win.
Thank you both, Sonia and Tina. Clearly, our youth programs go well beyond the water and the soccer pitch. From camp, outdoor leadership, and youth in government to early education, job training, and more. We have the greatest opportunity and privilege to work with youth who are leaders today and tomorrow. We encourage all of you to get involved. Together, we can develop healthy, happy, and thriving kids. Now, I am pleased to welcome to the stage Don Heisler, Managing Partner at the Deloitte Seattle office, to help us introduce our keynote speaker. We're so grateful for Deloitte's generosity in making this event possible today. Your gift will go far beyond helping change lives for better and brighter futures for all. Don?
Thank you and good afternoon. My name is Don Heisler, Seattle Managing Partner, and it's a pleasure to be all with you here today. Deloitte could not be more proud of its association with the YMCA and the chance to celebrate community change makers that are here with us today. Making a difference in the lives of others is, I think, what we all strive to do, whether family, friends, colleagues, clients, or in case of today's celebration, our community. At Deloitte, we hope to make a difference in the success of others and the success of businesses. But today, Michael Ann Wilson, our social impact leader, my colleagues and table guests and I are here to celebrate those who are making a difference in our community, and the support of the YMCA is only but one way that we can make a difference. The Y is a vital partner in these important efforts in making a difference in our community by empowering young people and communities worldwide to build a just, sustainable, equitable, and inclusive world, something where we can all thrive. And now it's time for our keynote speaker. He's no stranger to Seattle and the Seattle community, which makes his support of the YMCA and this program so special. I may not know everything I need to about hockey, but I do recognize effective collaborative leadership and teaming, and few do it as well as Todd Leiweke. You can read Todd's bio in the program, and you'll see that not only does he have lengthy connections with our sports teams in Seattle, whether the Seahawks or now famously the Seattle Kraken, but he's also a longtime supporter of the YMCA as a former board member and a lifelong supporter after that. Todd brings special teaming and leadership every day to the organizations he's affiliated with or to our community. So with great welcome, I'd like to introduce Todd Leiweke. And if any of you have ever been to a Kraken game, I'm not going to say it quite as well as they do, but instead of release the Kraken, release Leiweke.
Well, good afternoon. A few things before, believe it or not, I had prepared notes, all right? So that's how important I think this is. But a few things before that. First, go Mariners. Pulling for them. Last night they changed a lot. Let's win again tonight. Anything's possible with this team. So to my friends at the Mariners, this is the first time I've actually been in this room. I have a belief that Seattle's best days are in front of it. When you think about the waterfront, when you think about our transit system, when you think about the World Cup, but you think about this amazing project that got done under great duress, and a former AK Guy winner is here. He and his team got this project done. Matt Griffin, I know you're here. You got me involved in the board. If you'll stand up, you deserve a round of applause. Thank you, Matt. So I am in team sports, and it is teamwork that makes the dream work. And that's a phrase, but it really is true. I'm going to talk a little bit about my journey in life, but the great privilege of my journey wasn't just community, it was being on teams that felt passionate about community. And in this instance, my teammates are really the people in this region. This is a unique and special place. And people ask me what I'm most proud of in my career. I helped take the Seahawks to their first Super Bowl. And I've had some other interesting moments, but what really has impacted my life is community giving. I had a unique background. I don't look the part, but I was a very, very poor kid. I have often thought, if not for the color of my skin, how differently it could have turned out. I grew up with poverty. I lost 2 mothers before I was 17 to cancer. I barely graduated from high school and I didn't go to college. But somehow I made my way. And I was so fortunate to get into an industry that allowed my passions and my life experience to manifest themselves in giving back. And I've had a great career, and I'm proud of a lot of things that have happened on the field and on the ice, but what I'm really proud of is the teamwork and the collaboration that I've been a part of to trying to make a difference in the world. And when I look across this room, this is just fantastic. I agree with Lori, to stand up here and see so many community people so dedicated to something so wonderful as the YMCA is incredibly gratifying. I started my career in the 1980s. Later that same life, I was recruited to the PGA Tour. And given my background, I was not really a golfer. And they didn't hire me because I was a golfer. They hired me because I knew marketing at a pretty young age. Along the way, the commissioner of the tour came and tapped me on the shoulder and said, I have a big idea. 5 majors in golf are going to get behind an initiative to try and expand the game. There were 26 million golfers, more diversity in the National Hockey League than in golf. That had to be fixed. Here's a sport where you call your own penalties. There's etiquette. It's played all over the world, yet people who could use these life lessons the most didn't really have a chance to play the game, and that's what the first tee embarked to do. We had a goal of 200 facilities in the first 2 years, and we hit it. Today, there's chapters all over the world. In this past year, 3.5 million kids went through first tee programs, not learning golf, but learning life skills and such important things that get conveyed not just through golf, but through sport. It was an incredible honor, and it really embedded in me so much. I learned so much about giving back and communities and coming together. I learned about diversity. I learned about racism. In 1961, the PGA Tour had a rule you couldn't play on the tour unless you were a Caucasian, and the Attorney General in California turned that. The first tee has done so much to take this great game and bring it to so many people. I was so proud of what we did there and the impact we had. And 3.4 million kids, and when you add it up, tens of millions of kids are going through programs. One of the reasons that I came to Seattle is I met a guy named Paul Allen. I met his sister, deeply, deeply community activist. He saved the Seahawks. They were headed to Southern California. Ken Behring had moved them. And I was so inspired by his story that I left a pretty good job. I was the president of an NHL team in Minnesota. We started an expansion team. But sitting across the table from him, hearing his vision, and sure enough, through his support in the platform of the Seahawks, giving back became such a great part of life. Later that same life, I was asked by the United Way to chair their campaign. I took over from Jeff Rakes, and they give you notice And it's not for the faint of heart. The campaign was over $100 million. The challenge was it was in 2009, perhaps the worst economic time in our last 30 years. So we had to double down, and we did. We were supposed to make 20 appearances that year. We made 52. The players became my partners. We went out. We addressed the hard issues. The focus at that point in time was homelessness. We think we know about it. I thought I knew about it. I didn't. I slept in camps. We did overnight counts, and I learned a lot about homelessness and its diversity of challenges and the unique challenges. The final act of that was something we called the Climb for the Community. And I was at a league meeting, happened to see Roger Goodell, the new commissioner, going by. I said, "Hey, Roger, I got a big idea for you. Would you like to climb Rainier with us?" The final act of this campaign. And he agreed to do it. He loved the idea until about 3 in the morning he got to his first crevasse. And he said, "Hey, I didn't come up here to die." Ed Viesters turned to him and said, "Okay, I'm going to unclip you and you're going to walk down, but you got to tell everybody you quit." He dropped the F-bomb on my friend Ed, and he kept going up, and here we are in the summit. And people ask if I know Roger. I slept with a guy up on the Mount Rainier. You get to know a guy pretty good. It was an amazing privilege, and from there, I actually went to the NFL and served as Roger's chief operating officer, where I tried to impact community. But in 2018, I had an incredible opportunity to come back to the town that we considered our hometown. There was a terrible wrong that happened here. Somehow the Sonics left. And it wasn't just the Sonics that left, lots of things never came. And to solve this Rubik's Cube wasn't going to be easy. We had to privately fund an arena. We had to do it in the midst of a global pandemic. But with that community spirit, we said, let's do this differently. So when the time came to put a name on the building, we went to see our friends at Amazon and said, there's higher purpose here. This is an incredible platform. So we started talking about what that could be. They're deeply committed to the Climate Pledge Initiative. And we paused and said, can we even sign up for this? That's foreign to the industry. It's really not what we do. And what we were going to be held accountable for were standards that had never been a part of the industry, literally measuring credits, carbon usage, not just the event, but the artists who fly there, the buses that need to come. We took a huge leap of faith and signed on. And today, that is the most sustainable arena in the entire world. We will certify a zero carbon building. And yes, we will buy carbon credits, but it's this fantastic market where you can certify whatever it is. 98% of the waste now leaving the building either goes to composting or recycling. All the way to the ice that our players skate on is captured from rainwater in the roof. And by the way, it makes pretty doggone good ice. We're so proud of what we've done there. And under that roof, amazing things have happened. We're so proud that the Storm are a part of that building. Tonight, Sting will play in an acoustically perfect building. And someday, we're getting the NBA back. But through the great ownership of Samantha Holloway and David Bonderman and our investors, we have made community a way of life. And it's so exciting. Our chair of the One Roof Foundation's right here, Mr. Richard Jones, and he's just a fantastic leader. And our coach of all this is Mari Harita, who is here as well. But when we started this franchise, we said we want to win. But it wasn't just on the ice, it was off the ice. And we've tried to do that. And so we're so proud that community has become a way of life. And one of the ways we manifest that community is our wonderful training facility up in Northgate. If you haven't been there, please come. 1 million people walk through the doors of Northgate. Today, we have the Refugee Women's Association en masse watching our team practice. They become our great friends. We've taught these young kids to learn to skate. They're playing hockey. And the impoverishment of the emotional experience goes away when a kid does something they never think they could. That was a lesson from the first tee, and it lives today at the training center, and we're so proud. We've made diversity, equity, and inclusion. We're a leader in sports in that. I'm so proud of the work that Mari and her team have done on that front. And I'm proud of the work that we've done every game where we honor a hero. Our owners committed $32,000 a game, and we stopped the game in the first period. We march into the stands. Todd Humphrey's here, and he organizes it. We grab the microphone and we tell someone's story. And every night there's a standing ovation. It's what people want. They want to cheer. They want to believe, and that's why today's lunch is so important. $2.6 million so far given through that program. If you have an idea on a community hero, stop Todd before we're done, because we're looking for those heroes. Our next act, Memorial Stadium. This beautiful campus, but in the middle of it sat blight, and it couldn't get figured out. It was complex. It was run by the Seattle Public Schools on the campus of Seattle. So they submitted an RFP, and through the inspiration of our foundation, we said, there's no commercial purpose here. There's only community purpose. So we responded, and we're working with Seattle Public Schools. We're working with the city to build a world-class stadium that will not only host sporting events, but will become another centerpiece in our community. But it will host sporting events like Seattle Public Schools games. 52,000 students deserve some good news, and it's coming, because we're going to do something here that is powerful, and we're doing it for all the right reasons with 100% of community spirit behind it. And where does all of that come from? It really comes from being involved with organizations. I am the sum of all of these experiences, serving on the Y board. It was 140 years ago that 3 community leaders, Dexter Horton, Roland Denny, and Catherine Maiden, started meeting. I'm sure it was a building within 2 miles of here. Back in 1876, they said, how are we going to strengthen our community? And they had an idea. And in 1876, on a day perhaps like this day, they announced the YMCA of Seattle. What would they think if they were here today looking in? They would be so doggone proud. And for me, you might hear my voice, that's sincere. They had an idea, and today the idea is stronger than ever. We need community more than ever before. We need it in our town. We need it in our nation. It's something that differentiates Seattle from all other communities, and it's on full display here today. We have a great CEO of the Y. Would you please come up here? I am proud to be here today. I'm proud to deliver my message, but I'm so proud of the work you've done to make our community better, and we're honored to be great supporters.
Todd, thank you. You are such an inspiration for our city and for our organization, for our community. You know, I think every single one of us received such a powerful reminder today that we are one Y, one community. And thank you. And as a thank you, I have a special gift for you from all of us at the Y. I'll deliver it to your seat later, but just so everybody can see it. This is your very own official YMCA. This is a paddle from the pickleball set that I'll be delivering to your seat. You've already conquered just about every sports arena in Seattle. So now you can join the fastest growing sport in the US, and you have your own set to do that. And also, Washington State's official sport. Let's not forget that. So maybe you and I can figure out how we start Seattle's own next major sports franchise. We'd love to do that. Again, thank you so much, Todd. We've heard a lot about what we can do for our community's youth today. And we would like to reflect and honor the immense power and potential that lies within our young people. We need to encourage them to share their voices and their talents with the world, and to make space for them to lead the way. Like our next guest, Nashay, a talented singer and Y scholar and leader from Seattle's renowned Garfield High School. Nashay, the stage is yours.
I've been walking with my face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulders, a bullet in my gun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I had to run. I do what I can when I can, how I can for my people. And the clouds roll back and the stars fill the sky. That's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Across the river, can you hear freedom calling, calling me to enter? Gonna keep on keeping on, I can feel it in my veins. Thank you.
Thank you, Nashay. Now please welcome YMCA of the Greater Seattle Board member, Cam Reagan, to the stage along with Nashay's father, Ty Griffin.
Nashay, that was awesome. Thank you for sharing your talent with us today. Our youth are the voice of reason that becomes stronger and clearer each and every year, and all we have to do is listen. Ty, your family must be very proud. Can you share your perspective as a parent of two of our Y scholars?
Yes, absolutely. As a proud father of two Y scholars, it has been an amazing partnership with the Y Scholar staff at Garfield High School. It has been a team effort. It has been community engagement. It has been the belief that together, not only can we go far, but we can change the mindset of our society. As you can see from the prompt there, if you want to go far, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. Without community, we can't go fast or far. So to me, Y Scholars represents community, it represents family, and it represents belief that if we join our forces together, we can do amazing things.
Ty, thank you for sharing your family's experience. I am here today to talk about the YMCA of Greater Seattle's mission. The Y provides the opportunity for people to grab a rung on the ladder of success. How does the Y do that? Did you know that the Y Social Impact Center cooks meals weekly for those in need while providing nearly 500 safe, warm beds each night for youth and young adults experiencing homelessness? No organization in King County supports more young adults in this way. Did you know that the Kent Y is the newest Y facility in our network? It was opened in 2019 and now has 2,635 families who are enjoying learning how to swim, taking pickleball lessons, and so much more. Did you know that 46% of these members are able to enjoy Y programming thanks to financial assistance? Did you know that the staff at the Matt Griffin Y in the town of SeaTac speaks 17 different languages to accommodate their diverse community? Did you know that more than 3,800 youth attended Camp Orkyla and Camp Coleman in 2023? Campers were able to have fun on the giant swing, ride the 1,000-foot zip line, maneuver around the ropes course 40 feet in the air, and sing songs by the campfire at night. About 19% of these kids received a camp scholarship to attend these formative summer experiences. You just heard from Nishay and Ty about the real impact of Y Scholars. This program aims to help kids not only graduate high school, but navigate the world of college admissions and higher education. The program also provides financial support so these kids will have to borrow less to obtain their 4-year degree. I was honored to attend the Y Scholars graduation ceremony this spring at Garfield, where I got to see these young scholars continue in their unique and vibrant futures, 100% of them pursuing higher education. The theme of today's event is change. Change for the better. If you want to improve the lives of those in our community, an investment in the YMCA of Greater Seattle provides a phenomenal return. The Y is changing the people of this city for the better and doing what it can to help the community thrive. Together, we can make lasting change. Please find the envelope in the middle of your table to support Loria and her team as they deliver on the Y's mission to help people reach their potential. You can make a gift through the donation cards at your table or by scanning the QR code on the screen or on the programs at your table. The more that you can contribute, the more change the Y can create. All of us involved with the YMCA of Greater Seattle, thank you for your generosity. Your gift today will change a life, hopefully many lives. Thank you.
Young mind, there's no need to feel down. Young mind, pick yourself off the ground. I say young mind, 'cause you're in a new town. There's no need to be unhappy. Young mind, there's a place you can go. I said young mind, when you're short on your dough, if you come by, then I'm sure you will find many ways to have a good time. Just make your way to the YMCA. Just make your way to the YMCA. You can come and feel seen. You can learn how to heal. Come along for some help that's real. No one does it all by themselves. They say, put your pride on the shelf and just go there to the YMCA. I'm sure they can help you today.
Okay. Keep enjoying your dessert. Keep filling out those cards. Cam said something really important. We have an amazing team at the YMCA of Greater Seattle. And could our staff members please raise your hand wherever you might be? I couldn't be prouder to lead this organization and to have people like Y staff walking alongside. They're amazing. We're limited in what we can do. We can do as much as community enables us to do. So please keep scanning that QR code and filling out those envelopes. What you do will mean so much to so many. Thank you, Cam. Thanks, Nishay. Thanks, Ty. And thank you all for giving. to the Y. Today, we celebrate you and honor two extraordinary change makers with the highest awards presented by the YMCA of Greater Seattle in recognition of volunteerism and social justice. The legacy of these awards has been built over a 140-year history of the Y of Greater Seattle. Every year, our community takes us leaps forward with our collective commitment to social justice and change. Please join me in welcoming last year's inaugural Judge Charles V. and Lizelle Johnson Excellence in Social Justice Award recipients, Judge Richard and Leslie Jones.
Hello, everyone. That sounds like a bad day in court. Let's try that again. Hello, everyone. That sounds like we should be doing. We are honored to be here to continue the legacy of this important recognition of excellence in social justice, the Judge Charles V. and Lizelle Johnson Award. The Johnsons have been dear friends and mentors to both Leslie and I for many, many years. We love you, Lizelle. Their work set us on a path that could lead anywhere else but justice. The opportunity to dedicate one's life to serving and fighting for what is right, what is just, and what is fair. We owe our journey to the pioneers before us. Leslie?
And now here we are to once again honor the momentum by recognizing another generation of leaders and change makers. Megan, our community, is so proud of the effort and time you have put into making the world a better place. We have enjoyed seeing you play, set records, and represent Pacific Northwest on the international sports scene, fighting for gender parity and for the rights of our BIPOC and LGBTQIAA+ communities. Megan is retiring from her historical successful career, and while we are sad to see her go, we know her journey is just now getting started. Megan is taking a much-needed rest after her strong decades-long performance.
And while she couldn't be here in person, we still have the great honor of bestowing her with this award today. On behalf of the YMCA of Greater Seattle and our Board of Directors, we present the 2023 Judge Charles V. and Lizelle Johnson Excellence in Social Justice Award to Megan Rapinoe.
While we're accepting on Megan's behalf, we also get to share a refresher on her legendary status and a few words from Megan herself.
We're not going to leave until we hear from Megan Rapinoe.
We have to be better. We have to love more, hate less. We got to know that this is everybody's responsibility.
And it might fall here to Rapinoe! What a World Cup for Megan Rapinoe!
Yes, we're female athletes, but we're so much more than that. Every single person who agrees and doesn't agree. It's our responsibility to make this world a better place.
This World Cup win is so much more than what was on the field.
Of course, the crowd went wild and made it loud and clear this team deserves more than just a trophy.
We have a unique opportunity in football, different to any other sport in the world, to use this beautiful game to actually change the world for better. Do what you have to do. Step outside yourself. Be more, be better, be bigger than you've ever been before.
Hello to all my friends and fellow changemakers back in Seattle.
I so wish I could be there with you all in person today, celebrating the amazing difference volunteers make in so many lives. Let's just say my day job requires some frequent travel, so thank you for understanding my absence. I also appreciate the recognition from the YMCA's board of directors and everyone involved in today's Changemaker celebration. One of the lessons sports has taught me is so much more than awards. It's about wins, but it's more than wins. It's about doing the work. Thank you for acknowledging my work in the community and beyond the pitch. When I think about the word work for social justice, so much of it is just about showing up for those around us. In the simplest terms, it's about accepting others and empowering everyone to be their best selves. Again, that sounds so simple, but we know it isn't, which is why institutions like YMCA of Greater Seattle are incredibly important. The Y is a safe haven and a convener, bringing together leaders and supporters and volunteers like all of you to help those in need, and most especially help young people. I think about it in terms of soccer. Many of the players I competed with were getting touches on the ball as soon as they took their first steps, me included. The same is true in life. The earlier a child is loved and encouraged for who they are, the further they will go themselves, for their families, and for their communities. While challenges remain, we have come so far already. When I see young people today, I cannot help but wonder how far they will take our world if we do the work that sets them up to realize their own unique and powerful potential. I truly believe the best is yet to come. Thank you once again to all the change makers out there today for your advocacy and your friendship. I feel the love, and I hope you can feel it's going both ways. Thank you to the Johnsons and the YMCA for your leadership and empathy, humanity, and understanding you create in our community. Social justice is a team sport, and we all have a role to play. Thank you for recognizing me, and keep up the great work, Seattle. Finally, I want to close with a special shout out of my own. You all heard about YMCAs across the U.S. partnering with the U.S. Soccer Foundation to improve the health and wellness of 1 million kids in need by 2026, the Men's World Cup. Loria Yaden was the striker with the vision and skills to score this winning goal. On behalf of all of us who are part of the beautiful game, thank you for using it to change lives and create brighter futures. We're all proud to be on the same team for this wonderful winning cause. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Leslie and Richard Jones, and congrats again to Megan Rapinoe, and thanks for that wonderful shout out. Now we're pleased to introduce last year's AK Guy Award honoree, Dr. William C. Bell, President and CEO of Casey Family Programs, to present this year's recipient with the Y's highest honor in recognition of extraordinary volunteerism. Thank you to Dr. Bell and Casey Family Programs for being a visionary partner. Dr. Bell?
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me. It is an honor to be here on stage with you all and to continue shining a light on the importance of volunteerism and service to community. Last year, I spoke about the impact of giving back to our communities and the influence that 5 little digits can have on the quality of a person's life. At Casey Family Programs and the Y, we aim to build hope for children and families in all communities, especially in zip codes with less access to opportunities to thrive. We know that community growth starts within the community itself, listening to and centering its needs and its holistic health. This year's AK Guy Award honoree exemplifies this shared mission. Please allow me to introduce you to Maggie Walker.
You have to start where doors open. I have been working as a nonprofit volunteer and board member for 35 years. I just started when people asked me, okay, would you like to get involved in this, in my neighborhood, in my school? So I was appointed by Mayor Nichols back in 2009 to co-chair a citizens committee to review what would happen when the viaduct was taken down and the tunnel was built. And what survived is an incredible vision, an incredible design, and frankly, a gift to this city. I've worked on a lot of public-private partnerships here in Seattle, Lake Union Park. I also worked on Mohi, relocating there in the park, and I also worked on the Olympic Sculpture Park. Great volunteers are people who are not coming into a situation with necessarily their own agenda, but a openness and a willingness to learn about what they're becoming involved in, how they can help move it forward, how you can add value, and not about imposing your point of view on a situation. You're there to serve the organization. You're not there to serve yourself. Everyone has something to contribute, and we're a stronger and more humane and equitable society if everyone does contribute something, some piece of who they are to the whole. There's always opportunities out there if you're just open to them.
So as you just saw, for over 35 years, Maggie has shown patience, persistence, and fundamental belief that if there's a space for connection, community, and developing spirits, minds, and bodies, then we can all thrive. Maggie, please join us on stage. It is my immense pleasure, on behalf of the YMCA of Greater Seattle's Board of Directors, to present this year's AK Guy Award in recognition of extraordinary volunteerism to Maggie Walker, and to announce that today has been proclaimed Maggie Walker Day in King County and the City of Seattle by Executive Dow Constantine and Mayor Bruce Harrell. Congratulations, Maggie.
Thank you. So sweet. So, yeah, it's been a long time. It's always interesting when you have the opportunity to think back over your life. And thank you so much, Loria and the Y, the board, for this lovely recognition. What's interesting about this award is it's how it did generate my own reflection on the last 2 decades, approximately, as a volunteer since I received the award last time with my husband, Doug, in 2006. This time, as you can see, I'm receiving the award alone. But one of the things that I have learned most deeply over this time is that being alone does not mean lonely. When you have the kind of work that I've had and the kind of colleagues that I've had, they make you whole. I've had the blessing and the benefit of that kind of support and engagement, and I'm so grateful for that, as well as grateful for my family and for a 2-year-old grandson who keeps us all on our toes and gives us colds, too. In a world that's only about me, existence actually can be lonely and stressful. But being part of a cadre of volunteers and staff who are working to make our world better, one experiences what the boys in the boat called swing, a sense of togetherness, accomplishment that makes an individual part of a whole, where one can both lose oneself and find one's identity simultaneously. It is one of life's most mysterious gifts to us as human beings. As you may also know, Doug, my husband, who passed away in 2015, and Craig McKibben, who were business partners and climbers, although the climbing probably mattered more to them than the business, they worked with the YMCA to grow the effort that Craig had founded to give kids of all kinds, outdoors experiences, regardless of the capacity for them to access those experiences. Today, these programs are established at the Y, Bold and Gold, which is Boys Outdoor Leadership and Girls Outdoor Leadership, have become nationally adopted throughout the YMCA network and do in fact provide thousands and thousands of kids with adventures outdoors, experiences that research emphatically demonstrates to us today that are critical to their well-being and their success in life. That growth was supported by both the McKibbins and by our family. It is an incredible accomplishment by the Y. We've also helped to support the creation of a new camp, a new Y camp at Mineral Lake, which you may have heard about as well, to serve many more urban kids with camp experiences and as a base for Bold and Gold programs. I want to salute the Y for this amazing work with kids and all the other work it does. And thank you again for this recognition, this celebration of volunteerism and service. It's such a critical part of our nonprofit sector and of a healthy community, and I don't think we often value it as much as we should. So thank you, Y, for standing up for that value, and thank you again for this lovely tribute. It's always interesting when you receive something twice. It's kind of interesting. Definitely forced me to think about my life. So thank you again, and thank you all for your support of the Y as well.
All right, everybody, join me once more in congratulating today's honorees, Megan and Maggie. Before we close today's program, we have a very special note of congratulations for our honorees from the other Washington. We just received a special letter from the White House, from FLOTUS herself, First Lady Dr. Jill Biden. And I just wanted to share some of the excerpts of that letter, which you will see on the screen. She was overjoyed to learn about our honorees and wanted to send her own shout out. So these letters will be delivered to your homes, Maggie and Megan. And we just wanted you to know that your status is well beyond the Y. It's well beyond this Washington. Your impact is global, and we so appreciate you and congratulate you on your awards today.
Wow, thank you for sharing that with us, Gloria, and congratulations to our awardees and honorees. And I just want to please help raise the energy in the room a little bit. I know the food's settling in, but like we do in the Kraken's Iceplex. So if we can, do a little stomp, clap, shout, and let's raise the energy a little bit.
Come on.
Thank you. Love it. And thank you. And thank you. I just want to give some love for all of the guests today. This doesn't happen without you. We are very cognizant that time is valuable. You can be anywhere. You chose to be here today, and we're grateful for that. We don't take you for granted, so thank you. You're a part of this community. We can't do it without you. And I also want to thank Mr. Lewicki for spending your valuable time with us and all the work you do to make our city great, and thank you for not giving up on the Sonics. I'm just excited. I've been to a couple of Kraken games, and they're amazing. And my 4-year-old daughter is going to start skating in Northgate, ice skating, probably early next year. So thank you. And I also want to say thank you to Nishay. And I can't see you, but I heard you, and thank you. That was wonderful and beautiful. Thank you, Nishay, and we look forward to seeing you on stage at the Grammys. Please keep doing what you're doing. You inspire all of us. And so today's program has been packed with a whole bunch of powerful messages, and we want to say thank you to the amazing staff, volunteers, and all the behind-the-scenes people, the staff here at this facility that makes it work. And I just want to say thank you to our development committee and Cam, Reagan, and John Vinn, and all of you who trust Sarah and I to help put this together. But I want to do, and Stephen and everybody else from the team. But I want to do a special shout out to our good friend and great staff member, Judy Sommer-Smith. Judy, where are you? Can you stand up? Okay, of course, working in the back still. That's what she does. That's who she is. And thank you, Judy, for all the work you do to make this happen.
And thank you all for being here. We hope that you enjoyed your time with us today. We encourage you to take some of the things you experienced today home with you. Not only the inspiring words, stories, and impact, but the knowledge that we are one community. That's what makes one person stronger, makes us all stronger. We hope that alongside the commitment to caring for a community, that you care for yourselves.
Okay. Well, building a beautiful Pacific Northwest takes work and connection. This doesn't happen by accident. And thank you. And sometimes I have to pinch myself to be around folks like Judge Jones and our other awardees, and that I know these people and I'm around them. And don't think for 1 second that we're not listening, we're not paying attention. Every time that, I start to gripe about a 7:30 executive committee meeting, I'm reminded, you're not that special, and there's really way more special people that do this work, and they do it for decades at a time. So you set the role, you're the role model for us, and we're paying attention, and we're ready to continue on that and not give up on our city and continue to make it better. And thank you, Matt Griffin, for all the work you've done. I just want to do a special shout out there as well. So before you go, we encourage you to take a moment. We've used the word connection over and over. And please, that means something. We talk about the fabric of our community. This is it. This is all the folks in this room that weave together to make a strong fabric that doesn't tear, and it holds even through tough time. So please connect around you, see some old friends, make some new friends. Every positive change starts with a simple hello, and thank you again for all being here. And if you want to get involved, please reach out to us. That can be volunteerism, that can be fundraising, or it can just be giving us feedback on what we can do better. And so thank you to everybody. And with that, we just we hope to see you next year on September 25th, 2024. Please save the date. I know that's really early, but I know you're all big dogs and have busy calendars. So please lock it in right now, September 25th. And as you make your way out, please enjoy the show. And I'll give Gloria the last word.
Okay. Thank you for coming. September 25th. See you next year. Enjoy each other. Check out the video. You're going to want to see it as you wind up and make your connections today.
Young mind, there's no need to feel down. Young mind, pick yourself off the ground. I say young mind, 'cause you're in a new town. There's no need to be unhappy. Young mind, there's a place you can go. I said young mind, when you're short on your dough. If you come by, then I'm sure you will find many ways to have a good time. Just make your way to the YMCA. Just make your way to the YMCA. You can come and feel seen. You can learn how to heal. Come along for some help that's real. No one does it all by themselves. They say, young mind, put your pride on the shelf and just go there to the YMCA. I'm sure they can help. good. You asked me, have you tried the YMCA?